Material in this video contains content included in the RBT Test Content Outline, 3rd edition, TCO. F.6. Identify and comply with requirements for making public statements about professional activities. Jasmine is a registered behavior technician, RBT, working with a 10-year-old client named Mateo, who is on the autism spectrum. During one session, Mateo successfully used a communication device to ask for a break, a major milestone. Jasmine was thrilled and wanted to share the good news. She posted a photo of Mateo's device and wrote, "So proud of this little guy. Big win today," on her personal social media page. The next day, her supervisor informed her that posting the photo, even without Mateo's name, violated client confidentiality. Mateo's parents hadn't given permission, and his identity could still be guessed by others. Jasmine also mistakenly referred to herself as a behavior analyst in the post, even though she is an RBT, not a BCBA. Jasmine quickly realized her mistake. She took the post down and met with her supervisor to review the ethical guidelines. She learned the importance of protecting client confidentiality, using correct job titles, and being careful with how she represents client progress and ABA as a field. This situation helped Jasmine understand the serious risks of making public statements about her work. She now knows how to speak about her role responsibly, both in person and online. Under Code 5.02, behavior analysts must ensure that any public statements do not reveal confidential or identifying information about clients, supervisees, or trainees. This includes being cautious even with indirect details that could lead to someone being identified. Unless disclosure is legally permitted or required, maintaining confidentiality is essential to uphold trust and protect individuals' privacy. A public statement is anything you say or share about your professional work that others outside your workplace can see or hear. This includes posts on social media, public presentations, or anything written or spoken in a public space. Public statements must follow ethical rules to protect client privacy and represent your role and ABA correctly. Public statements can be dangerous because they might accidentally share private client information, even without using names. They can also mislead people if you say something untrue about your job, the field of ABA, or a client's progress. These mistakes can break ethical rules, hurt your reputation, or even cause legal problems. You can make a public statement on social media, in blogs, or during public talks. Even casual comments in videos or online posts can count. If others outside your workplace can see or hear it, it's a public statement.
Even a quick post or casual comment can have serious effects. Let's dive deeper into what is considered a public statement, why it is so important we take care in everything we share, and how to stay professional in your RBT role. Using accurate job titles. Always refer to yourself by your actual job title, registered behavior technician. Do not call yourself a therapist, analyst, or anything that may confuse others about your role. Using the wrong title can mislead families and the public, as well as being a breach of ethical guidelines. Protect client confidentiality. Never share a client's name, photo, or personal story in public, even if you think it's harmless. Information that seems small can still reveal who the client is. Always keep client privacy your top priority. Speak honestly about ABA. Do not say ABA can fix or cure someone, and do not make promises about quick results. ABA is a science-based approach, and progress takes time and teamwork. Always use data to back up what you say. Follow approved ethical guidelines. Before speaking publicly or posting about your work, review your workplace's policies and the BACB Ethics Code. These rules are there to protect clients and professionals. When in doubt, ask a supervisor for guidance. Be careful on social media. What you post online can be seen by many people even if your account is private. A simple photo or comment can break confidentiality or misrepresent your work. Think before you post anything related to your job. Get approval before sharing. If you want to share a success story, a quote, or a photo from work, always ask your supervisor first. You may need written permission from the client's caregiver. Getting approval protects everyone, including you.
Now that you've learned how to speak professionally in public and represent your role clearly, it's time to focus even more closely on one of the most important parts of your job, keeping client information private. Every client deserves respect, dignity, and protection, both in and outside of sessions. Let's look at what counts as private information, why it matters, and how you can keep it safe every day. Keeping client information private protects their dignity, safety, and rights. Sharing personal details, even by accident, can lead to broken trust, emotional harm, or legal problems. As an RBT, it's your job to respect confidentiality at all times, whether you're in an ABA session, writing clinical notes, or speaking in public. Private information includes a client's name, photo, age, diagnosis, school, and any personal story that could help someone figure out who they are. Even if you don't say a name, small details can still reveal a person's identity. Always treat all client-related information as confidential. Accidentally sharing private information can hurt the client and their family. It can also lead to a loss of trust and even legal consequences for you and your workplace. That's why keeping information private is not just polite, it's required. Use initials or client codes in session notes instead of full names. Never talk about clients in public places or post anything about them online. Keep written and online records secure and always follow your organization's privacy rules. Key takeaways for making public statements about professional activities. Protect client privacy. Never share client information, such as names, stories, or photos, without written permission from guardians and your supervisor. Even small details can reveal someone's identity. Always follow your organization's confidentiality guidelines and the BACB ethics code. Understand public statements. Anything shared outside your workplace, like social media posts, videos, or presentations, counts as a public statement. These must follow ethical guidelines and never include confidential information. Always check with a supervisor before speaking about your work. Use data, not emotion. When discussing client progress with families or professionals, base your statements on observable data. Do not use phrases like, "he's cured," or "she's back to normal." Stick to describing learned skills, independence, and measurable growth. Represent your role honestly. Always refer to yourself as a registered behavior technician, or RBT. Using titles like therapist or analyst when you haven't earned them is misleading and unethical. If someone uses the wrong title for you, kindly correct them. Avoid exaggerated claims. Don't compare one client to another or promise quick results from ABA. Every client's progress is unique and outcomes depend on many factors. Use honest, respectful language that reflects the individualized nature of behavior analytic services.
As a registered behavior technician, your words matter just as much as your actions. By protecting client privacy, using your title correctly, and sharing honest, respectful information about ABA and client progress, you uphold the values of this important field. Every post, conversation, or public comment is a chance to lead with integrity. Your role is powerful because of the trust you build with clients and families every day. Stay committed to ethical practice, speak with care, maintain client confidentiality, and be proud of the difference you make. Your dedication helps protect lives, shape futures, and strengthen the field of behavior analysis.